So many of the things that God has talked to me about haven't actually come to pass yet. There are things that God has told me that are completely wild and bananas, but I just don't doubt that He can and will do it. He was talking to me about Hollywood and about moving to Hollywood and about leading the way in Hollywood. The only thing he would have me read was the Exodus story. The Israelites are coming out of slavery, and they could have walked from Egypt to the Promised Land in 11 days. And they took 40 years. And then when they finally got there, they fought the Battle of Jericho. They'd been eating manna and living in tents for 40 years, and suddenly they have to fight a battle. They're not military trained. They didn't probably even have many weapons. They were just existing in the wilderness. I love the story of when Joshua, he's looking at Jericho going, what are we doing? What have I done? I've led all these people. Moses is dead. I'm now in charge. I don't know what we're doing. We want us to fight a battle. The capital A angel of the Lord appears to him, and it's kind of a pre-incarnate version of Jesus coming, and he says, are you for us or against us? And he goes, neither. Be strong and very courageous. And he goes, yeah, but will you win the battle for us? Because we're terrified. And he goes, be strong and very courageous. Yeah, but be strong and very courageous. And Joshua has to then go and fight the battle in full obedience to God. And God says, circumcise all the men and then march in silence around the walls. You've got this. Then after they'd been circumcised, which was no doubt very painful, they had to march around a city for 7 days in silence and then shout. But then the walls came down. And then the thing that was in their way of taking the Promised Land was removed in a moment. And so my radical faith manifests in, God said it, I will trust Him every step of the way, no matter how weird it looks, no matter how crazy it is, and no matter how gigantic the things are that He's calling me to. This is where I need to be right now, because this is where His perfect will is. I mean, who would have thought that the best thing for my career as an actress was to have 4 babies and homeschool them for 5 years? That's not normal. That's not a good career path. That's not climbing the ladder. So when He says to me, I've called you to be an actress, I want you to spearhead a movement in Hollywood. I want you to spearhead a movement with women. So have 4 children, stay at home and homeschool them. You go, huh? But it is absolutely what I needed to do. This is achieving the perfect will of God. It's achieving all the things He's called me to. And He can achieve all of them in a day if He chooses. He might not achieve any of them till I'm 80 if He chooses. But right now, this is where I need to be, in the perfect will of God, no matter what that looks like physically.